I've always loved the forest. Not just because it's peaceful, but because it feels alive. There's something in the air, the rustle of the leaves, the soft hum of the wind that makes you feel like the woods are listening. But that day, the forest wasn't listening. It was watching. It happened in late October, when autumn was fading into something colder, sharper. I decided to go for a solo hike, something I often did to clear my head. Just a few hours, I told myself. A walk along the river, through the clearing, back past the old watchtower. Simple. I packed my backpack, charged my phone, and set off just after noon. The air smelled like wet pine and distant rain. But within an hour, the weather turned. A heavy fog rolled in so fast it felt like someone had dropped a curtain. 1 second I could see the path, and the next, it was gone, swallowed by white mist. My phone's compass spun in useless circles. All right, I muttered to myself, forcing a laugh. Just keep walking straight. Forests aren't infinite. That confidence lasted about 15 minutes. Then came the first sound. A rustle. Not the light scurry of a squirrel or bird, and this was heavier, slower, like footsteps. I stopped. The air felt thick, as if it was holding its breath. "Hey!" I called out. My voice cracked in the fog. "Anyone there?" Nothing. Then another crunch. Closer this time. A cold wave of adrenaline hit me. I started walking faster, heart thudding. Branches creaked above me, and the mist seemed to move, shifting, pulsing. Then, as if out of nowhere, I stumbled into a clearing. In the center stood a small wooden cabin, crooked, abandoned. Its windows were boarded up, and moss crawled over the roof like old scars. "Perfect," I muttered. "Just perfect." Still, I was soaked and shivering. Shelter was shelter. The door creaked when I pushed it open. Inside, the air was stale and cold, smelling of damp wood and ash. The furniture had long since rotted, the chair, a table, and a stone fireplace half buried in dust. I sat down, pulled out my phone. No signal. Battery at 17%. "Okay," I whispered. "Wait for the fog to lift. Then head back." That's when I heard it. A whisper, so faint it could have been wind, but to deliberate. Like someone was right behind me. I spun around to nothing. Just the shadows and the slow drip of rain through the roof. I let out a shaky breath. "You're fine," I said out loud. "Just your imagination." Then came the knock. 3 slow, deliberate knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. I froze. And then, a child's voice, a soft, trembling, "Help me, please." Every instinct in me screamed. I forced myself to open the door. Slowly. The fog pressed against the frame, thick and heavy. No one stood there. Just silence. But when I looked down, there were footprints. Small. Wet. Leading inside. I shut the door fast and leaned against it, breathing hard. My hands were shaking. "Not real," I whispered. "Not real, not real, not." Then something moved above me. Soft, measured steps humming from the attic. I aimed my phone's flashlight at the ceiling. The beam caught the edge of a broken panel, a gap leading upward into darkness. "Who's there?" I called. The steps stopped. For a moment, there was absolute silence. Then a voice. A whisper, so faint it barely reached me, "Don't follow the light." A chill shot down my spine. My fingers went numb. Then, outside, a loud crack. Like something massive breaking a branch. I ran to the window, but the fog was too thick. And then the shadow. Tall. Still. Watching. I didn't think. I just ran. I burst out the door and into the trees, crashing through brush, tripping, gasping. I didn't know where I was going, only that I needed to get away. My phone flickered in my hand, its light cutting through the mist in weak pulses. Then to nothing. The screen went black. Battery dead. Darkness swallowed me whole. I don't remember falling, but I must be, because when I opened my eyes, I was lying face down in damp leaves. My clothes were soaked, my breath ragged. Somewhere behind me, something moved. Slow. Deliberate. I could hear it breathing. I forced myself up, half running, half stumbling. Branches whipped at my face. I no longer cared where I ended up, I just wanted out. Then I saw it. A faint glow between the trees. A soft yellow light, pulsing gently through the fog. The words echoed in my mind, "Don't follow the light." But what choice did I have? I walked toward it, one cautious step at a time. The glow grew stronger, warmer, until finally the fog thinned and I saw it. Not a ghostly light. Not a trap. Just an old lantern hanging from a post beside a road. I stumbled out of the woods and fell to my knees on the gravel. The air was crisp and clean. I could see the sky again, the faintest blush of dawn breaking through the mist. A truck pulled up. The driver, an older man with a forest ranger badge, rolled down his window. "You came out of there?" he asked, frowning. I nodded weakly. "Son, you shouldn't be in those woods after dark," he said. Not since that little boy disappeared." I blinked. "What boy?" he sighed, staring out toward the trees. "About 20 years ago. Kid wandered off while camping with his folks. Never found him. Some say he's still out there calling for help when the fog gets thick." My throat went dry. I wanted to laugh, to say it was impossible, just a campfire story. But then I remembered the footprints. The whisper. The voice that saved me. "Don't follow the light." I sat there in silence as the ranger drove me back toward town. The forest faded behind us, the morning sun slowly burning through the mist. But even now, I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, hearing rain against the window, the echo of small, wet footsteps, and a voice whispering softly, "Thank you."